Hello, everyone. Welcome back to The Quiet Part Out Loud. I'm Alex.
And I'm Nuvyn.
And today we're talking about leadership and dual career couples.
Yes.
What do you think that means?
Oh, gosh. Like both people are working, right? And have strong professional aspirations.
Yeah.
You and your partner.
Yes.
I feel like it's certainly becoming more common, if anything, because like the cost of living is so sometimes outrageous that actually in order to buy a house, you both actually need to work.
Yeah. To survive, you have to both work. Yeah. This is actually taken from the McKinsey Women in the Workplace study that said the data is actually that 78% of millennials are in these dual, what are they called? Dual career couples.
Yeah.
Whereas 47% of baby boomers were in dual career couples.
Interesting, because more likely women stayed home in the baby boomer generation than as a millennial. You and your partner are probably both working. What was it, 78%?
78% of millennials. Yeah.
I did read some very interesting data when it came to leadership and the percentage of men and women who have partners who stay at home. And I think that disparity grows actually significantly, that around the leadership table. So at the C-suite, I believe it was 31% of male leaders in the C-suite had a partner who worked outside of the home. And so when you think of what it takes to be successful as a leader and to like get to the C-suite, if you have like a very supportive partner who doesn't work, who can manage the kids, who can manage the home, who can do all of the other day-to-day life tasks so that you can continue to grow your career, that's very unbalanced. Where I think the data for women in the C-suite was that it's like 75% of them have a partner who works outside of the home.
Mm-hmm.
So bottom line is we all need a wife who's at home.
We do. We've said this before. It would be so nice. I think about this dual career couple thing as, you each have a full-time job, and then there is this third full-time job that someone has to manage. So, everyone breaks up that work differently. Some couples have someone specifically managing that, home stuff. But the dual career couples, there's 3 jobs there. There's 3 full-time jobs. And, I actually experienced that today where we are filming here all day from 9 actually to 7. I'm going to be out of the house. And my 5-year-old woke up sick. And so my husband was just like, well, he's coming to work with me today. Because it was like, there was no conversation.
There's no flexibility on today's schedule for us.
So I gave him a little mask and I was like, if someone's uncomfortable, you put your mask on, but he's going to work with my
That's good.
Yeah.
That's a good, that's probably good, like bring your sick kid to work day. But it is interesting when we look ahead at navigating your career and knowing who you choose to spend the rest of your life with as well has pretty significant career implications. And so that's an important element of the dating scene probably, hey?
Yeah. And I think if we're talking about leadership, the higher you go up, let's call it the ladder, the less flexibility there is in your role. And so it really takes a toll on how flexible you can be with your family, or, these days where your kids are sick, or, if you can make homemade muffins for the bake sale, or if you buy them from Safeway. I think, there is limited flexibility the higher you go up in your leadership journey. And if both members of the family are kind of chasing their career goals, then it makes it really tricky.
Yeah. I think for me, that was one of the challenges that I had with the Sheryl Sandberg lean in aspect is because, it's about leaning into your job. But, when you kind of pulled back the layers of the LinkedIn profile, like her husband stayed at home with the kids. So that's a very different dynamic and message when you actually aren't having to navigate a dual career household and all of the responsibilities that come with that. Kids or no kids, right?
I think also in that specific instance, she had an office next to her office that was a nursery for her baby. Like, that is a very unique privilege that not many people can or organizations provide. So, there is this sense of flexibility, whatever that looks like. And the flexibility might be your organization is providing you a way to work that works for you.
Interesting. Well, bottom line, we choose your partner wisely.
Yes.
Choose your career even more wisely. And and digging into the data to really kind of understand. When we talk about, why aren't there more women in the C-suite? I think it's foolish if we don't address the fact that actually it's really hard to get there when you're navigating your partner's career, life as a mother, and all of the other responsibilities when, clearly the data demonstrates that most men in the C-suite, their partner is at home.
Yeah. And I think that we need to design the workplace for real lives, and real lives have children at some point. So can we, really think about what is working for people and what is not?
Yeah. As always, we're interested to hear what you have to say. So drop us a DM. I'm so trendy now.
You're very trendy.
And thanks so much for joining us on another episode of The Quiet Part Out Loud. The Quiet Part Out Loud is produced by Access Connects and brought to you by... Oh, wait, is there a sponsorship opportunity there? Learn more at accessconnects.com.